So we're starting late at 6:31, and let's call this, what is today?
October 31.
October 31, yeah, man. All right, Township, this is our third budget meeting. Call this to order. Daisy, can you start us off?
Okay, sure. I gave you, instead of the worksheet, I gave you a draft of the actual budget with the general, the solid waste, and the liquid fuels. The liquid fuels budget on the last page, which just doesn't even have page numbers on, I'll tweak all that up when it's a little more final draft. But nothing was changed on that. I didn't see any reason to change anything on liquid fuels. So that's the same that you saw last time. So,
No, I'm sorry, what page?
Very last.
there's no page, it's the last page.
Last page.
And it's the same roads, everything's the same. So if you have any questions or comments, it's supplemented with 40,000 from the general fund, which is, it comes out to about the same amount that we had this year. And the new enterprise did so well for us, it was under budget, so that was great. And we ended up with a little bit, we will end up when the final
With a little
journal
leftover.
entries are done, to get a little more in our fund balance for that year, so that's good. So that one's done if you're satisfied. And if you want to go to the last page, which is the solid waste fund budget, we can discuss that. I was having trouble getting figures from, or getting numbers, account numbers from Pam's, being that they're new. And then there's, the president actually had a death in the family, so it was hard. Because a lot of the family works there, so it was hard to get the right person. But anyway, I went with what you suggested last time, and it did increase the collection charges. I took off about 2% due to delinquencies, past due amounts. But I didn't want to take too much off because they do get some payments of delinquencies plus interest and penalty. And I can't figure that. I have no idea who's going to do that or not do that. But I just thought 2% was reasonable to take off, and that's normally what I do. Because you're never going to get everything. The same way with the real estate. You never get exactly.
The full amount.
Nope, you don't, because there's habitual, delinquent.
Yeah.
Or something happens and, some hardships. So it still looks like, even with that, if it comes, we might get a little more, might get a little less, same way with the interest income. But the transfer from capital reserve came out to a little bit less, of 49,000. And that's been kind of like the liquid fuels estimate. It's been less, they give you less. And that's been hanging less than what we end up at the end of the year. I don't know what we're going to do this year with Pam's. Like I said, I feel a little out of touch with that. But that has the increases in it. It's up, last year was, now where did I write that down? I don't think I wrote down the amount. But anyway, it's $266,900 this year. And it was $7,000 less. Something on the solid waste. But it's about 9% more. So it's not quite 10% more, the budget this year. But the contract is up over $4,200. So there's a big chunk of
There's
it.
half of it.
Right. So, anyway, I think that's doable. I think it's a little more than what we will need on some things, but.
And something else may change though somewhere else, so.
You never know about the cleanup, what.
Yeah.
We did increase that, that's still increased.
Yeah.
That was increased, of course, payroll was up. Pension was up a little because of the payroll. So the cleanup was up $700 because that was based on cost this year.
Right.
So you can
It's
see.
probably not gonna be any less.
Right, no, I don't foresee that, so.
I mean, the only thing that might change that is you get a dumpster or two less of junk, but, I mean, that's, I don't necessarily see it going that way, I see it going the other way, but yeah.
Okay, so are you okay with the increases we discussed? Because I didn't change anything, I did exactly what you said about the $3 for residential and the 10, 15, and 20 for the commercial, and then the new category for the double residential. It's not gonna be a commercial account because
Right.
it's not commercial.
It's not commercial,
It's,
right?
it's actually a residence asking for
For
two.
that, yeah.
So I'm gonna pull it out of the low rate commercial and it's just gonna be under the, and I have that documented in the minutes I'm working on from the last budget meeting. They're almost done, but I actually detailed that so, you know, you can refer back to that, what we discussed. So that's included in this, that increase. So any questions or thoughts?
So total is $1,048,000.
Oh, you're in the general now, okay, you
Yeah.
get there yet.
Okay.
Yeah, the general is up $86,935 from last year.
And that's mainly because of the tractor, more expensive tractor. Is that what's driving?
Not getting
Oh,
the
yeah,
tractor,
yeah.
yeah, that's really what's driving it, plus the additional culvert replacements.
Yeah.
That's what's driving it. That's the two main things that increased it. Anyway, that's the main things. I mean, of course, salaries went up, but there's just a usual percentage for salaries. Other stuff went up slightly, but that's just, you know, that's very minuscule. The main thing driving it, like you said, is, and then we're pulling in order to meet that need. I have not done it yet because I've been so busy with everything else, but I'm going to do the journal entry to reverse what I did when the ARP monies were pulled out of the Cetera CDs. I pulled them into general fund, I'm gonna push them back over. So, and I will make sure that, you know, the auditors understand what I did. Well, they'll see it,
Yeah,
it's
right.
quite
It'll
obvious.
show
I
up,
mean,
yeah.
it shows up because they stick their flash drive in and they see all of the journal entries that were made throughout the year. Even anything that was voided, you know, if I made a mistake, oh my gosh, put it in the wrong one. They will see that, all of that is recorded, so that's a good thing with that accounting software. I really like that feature. So they'll see that, and that's what, and it's very simply explained, we didn't get the tractor.
Right.
So we're gonna do it again next year and pull the money back in. And that is back here on your transfers in the other financing uses. It's right in front of the budget for the solid waste. It's the last page in the general, and I will put page numbers on these when it's finalized. So you will see, oh wait, that's expense, I'm sorry, we're on the revenues, I'm sorry. It's been a long day. On the third page, page 3, that's the end of the revenue. So you're gonna see 01392. The 300s are the revenues, the 400s are the expenses. And so you're gonna see capital reserve ARP, and it's marked ARP, 222,000, because I figured you'd get a little bit of interest. So I pulled that in. And then above that, you're gonna see transfer funds, capital reserve, 100,000. And that's more for culvert, roads, culvert, whatever. Because some of that culvert expense is going to be the paving. So I don't, you know, it's not going to be liquid fuels. You don't want to use,
No.
you don't want to use federal money for liquid fuels. But that's going to help fund it overall, if you know what I'm saying. You get the big picture of what's, that the general fund is supplementing the 40,000. So they're actually kind of blessed that there are 2 CDs that are coming due. Jim, do you remember that 10-year CD that 10 years ago, and I said, you want to go 10 years? And you said, yeah, let's put it in, because the roads.
Sure, yeah, I remember.
yeah.
Okay, like it was
10 years
yesterday.
ago.
I do
Yeah, like it
remember
was
sitting
yesterday.
here discussing that, but anyway, the rates were coming down, and we could get like 2.25 if we would go 10 years. And I said, I've never done that. Do you really want to tie that money up for 10 years? And you said, yeah, I think so. Well, it turned out to be a good thing. We got some low interest on some years, but then we got some high interest when people were in the gutter. They were paying us 2.25%. So that CD has about $227,000 in it, and that is coming due. I think that's the one that's due the end of November. And so I'm going to pull money out of that, and I'm going to also pull money out of a CD that's coming due in mid-pen, which that has about 127,000 in. That's give or take. I'm not sure what the interest is going to be when I actually get it, but it's about $100,000 difference. And then what is left, I will reinvest that. Because then you will still have that to be able to do the same thing again when something like this happens. But what you are doing, you need to understand, is you are spending down your fund balance. So you need to understand that's what you're doing, even though that's what it's there for. We have no reserves going in this time. You know, like we just put the 40,000 into the road projects, which I'm sure you will need. So this year doesn't have it. Next year you're going to want to focus on trying at least putting some reserve,
put something in there,
something back towards reserves. One of the things that's up in the air in this budget, I think, is up in the air until the planning commission gets with the solicitor, if that's what they recommend, is the comp plan. There's 10,000.
Which page is it? Page 7?
Let me see. It's 414,500. So it's page 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Page 5. It says public safety.
10,000, yeah.
Comp plan update, I have $10,000 in there. There's about 15,000 that we have towards it, 15 to 20. I don't know what it'll be till it matures next year, but I put that in because I wasn't sure what we're doing. If we're actually going to do our own and get that started maybe the middle of next year, or if that's going to be put on the back burner and maybe done the next year, or started in the fall or something, that you won't use all of it. But that's in there, and that's a kind of a question mark, because if you go with Picture Perry, you won't need that.
You have a little bit of legal expense, but
Right.
that'll be the.
You'll have some legal.
That'll be the extent of it.
Right, and so there's something you need to keep in mind. That's $10,000, which to me is not just a drop in the bucket.
No.
I think that's important. So it has a little area here for give, and you need some of that. I didn't overestimate interest, so hopefully you can still get some decent CD rates. The beginning of the year shouldn't be too bad. I don't know where we're going to be, because I hear the feds are going to, decrease the interest rate.
Yeah.
I think, is that what they're doing, decrease?
Well, I don't know. I haven't
I thought
heard,
so.
but-
So then it's cheaper to buy a house. So, any questions about, I have to say it is the most I've never had $1 million overall. I have, but never just in the general fund. But it's the tractor and the culvert and the road
culvert stuff.
repairs that are driving that up over. Last year was 900 and some thousand. I think. 961, 325. Yeah.
Well, we can't do anything about the culverts.
No,
And I don't think we can do much more about the old tractor.
no, it's falling apart.
Yeah.
Oh, and that was another thing, I'm glad you mentioned that, tractor. I said to Brad, I said, I don't know we're gonna get 25,000 for that tractor with everything that's wrong and all the stress fracture. I mean, they welded it and it broke in front or behind the weld. I don't understand.
Broke the hydraulic cylinder in the gears to hold the
Oh,
bill.
the whole,
Where the thing fell down out Pine Hill, so they had to come out and back out. We put hooks on it now, so we can lift it up.
Oh my God.
But, We tried to machine it and fix it, and we welded it all up, put it together, and the thing was, the where it goes in, it was so oblong, you could go like this. Well, it
Yeah.
must have stress fractured it on up.
What did it?
And then when he welded it, it broke on up.
Yep.
So it was out here, and I heard this pop, and I told him, I said, "Did you hear that?" He said, "No." So he went and looked, and
Sure enough,
it
that's
broke,
what it
but it
did.
was holding on one, but I didn't go
Mhm.
back out there.
Okay.
So we
But
got
anyway,
another
I
cylinder.
reduced that from 25 to 16.9.
Which page are you on, Dave?
That is the third page, it's at the end of the revenues. So I did reduce that because I'm not sure you're gonna get 25,000
Sales
for
fixed
it.
assets. Yeah.
I mean, that's just my thought.
No,
Because I see the bills coming in, I see, you know,
everything you get over that.
if you get more.
If you get more,
so
that's just
be
like
it.
sitting on the
So
couch.
be it, you know, let it be, I'd rather be on the safe side with that. I hope you do get more, I really do.
Okay. We just need a motion to approve advertisement?
Just to do advertisement,
Yeah.
if you're satisfied with the figures, you don't have any
I
other
wish it
questions?
wish it was lower, but
I
I don't see
know,
how it could be, so.
Yeah.
I don't know what, I did increase, where is it? On the expense side, I did increase the engineering, to 32,000.
Okay, and I'm sorry, page,
01408 is 1, 2, 3, page 4. It's the beginning administration.
Oh, yeah, engineering services.
I put
Yeah.
32,000.
It's probably gonna take all of that.
okay,
Okay.
Yeah.
okay, make a motion to advertise.
Okay.
Budget. Here, a second,
I'll second that.
Brad second, all in favor?
Aye.
Budget is approved for advertisement.
Okay.
Where are we gonna advertise that again?
Duncan Record,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, we always advertise it there, and then once it's published, then I put the final draft out for people to see
To
on
see.
the
On the
website, yeah.
Okay.
I could even send out an email. I think I did that last year.
You've done, yeah, I think you
I
did.
Okay, so I will advertise that, and that will be on the agenda for November 12th for approval.
How long does that have to be advertised for?
You have to have 20 days, so
Oh.
we'll be good. We got plenty of
Yeah.
time.
Okay.
November 12th?
Yeah, no, that's our meeting date.
Yeah.
Oh,
And it'll be advertised for the 14th.
Right.
So that'll be 20 days from the 14th. Actually, they do put it in, I think, one of their other Perry County Times, but I guess they count that because it's out there.
It's out, yeah.
But, our
Yeah.
people basically get it on Thursdays. I
Yeah, the
believe.
Duncan record, yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
okay. Is there anything else that we need?
I don't think so. They signed the check for me for the 40,000 to add to the road project CV.
Okay, well, we thought this was gonna be short this evening, so
Yeah,
motion to adjourn,
I'll say.
in favor?
Aye.
You can say.
Workshop is adjourned.
No, aye.
Okay,
what time do you have?
6:49.
6:49.
I don't, I know for a fact I don't have any trick or treaters on the porch, so
No, I don't think.
I know, I don't.
Either.
doesn't much.
They waste too much time doing that stuff.
Well, I know, well,
They gotta go to his place.
well, yeah, yeah, they gotta stay in Bellevue and them places there where they get more
Well,
bang,
that's-
where they get more bang for their buck.
That's smart, don't you think?
Yeah.
We used to go to Bellevue. I don't think Leewood was around. No, it wasn't.
No, it wouldn't have been. I actually wonder if you go to the houses up on the hill, how you make out up there in Marysville.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Might make out
They should have really
really
good candy.
Oh, these are the copies that you,
Yeah, they're the copies they told you to give you to review.
That'll be for when I can't sleep tonight.
fall asleep on it. I fall asleep on the chair and then I go to bed and I get asleep.
Yeah.
I know, why does that
I don't know
happen?
why.
I fall asleep on the couch usually.
I just stay in the chair.
You just stay in the chair?
I just stay in the chair.
That's where
Most
Bob's
nights I
at.
just
That's
stay.
where Bob usually at.
Well, last week whenever I was sick, that was about the only place I could sleep, so,
Oh.
because I couldn't lay down, so,
What, did you have a,
head cold.
oh, you
Yeah, I'm still not
couldn't
totally.
breathe?
Yeah, it was, made a lot
that's
easier,
miserable.
made a lot
I hate
easier to
that.
breathe if I did that, yeah.
I hate that, when you can't breathe, I can't sleep then.
Nah,
Or you wake up and you're,
everything's
Everything's
just,
dry.
everything's just always so dry whenever you wake up after that, you know.
yeah. Excuse me. Okay. Thank you. There's some things out in your bin that, you know, just a round robin stuff.
Meeting's over, Dawn.
Yeah, I can stay here though. Rick, is there anything illegal?
Yeah,